What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is your girl, your diva knowledge, Lady Mocha, here at Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Know the week is just beginning, so now everybody has to get themselves back on the grind. You have to realign yourself mentally, emotionally, getting yourself prepared for the rest of the work week. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everything is cool, calm, and collective. Hoping God is giving you favor, keeping you, helping you to maintain emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. So, on that note, I definitely want to thank all of y'all for tuning in and rocking out with me. Of course, supporting me, just riding with me through this journey. What's up, Mika? Good evening to everybody who's tuning in and who's stopping by to pay me a visit. I appreciate all of you. I thank y'all for the support. Again, it is very well appreciate it. I'm very grateful for everyone who has been rocking out with me from the beginning. So I thought it was imperative, guys, that I and ladies, that I did this content this evening because something very disturbing has happened in my little town known as Savannah, Georgia. That is where I was born and raised. I am a Savannah native, Savannah, Georgia. For all of y'all who are not familiar with Savannah, what's up, Don? Thank you for coming in. Savannah is 4 hours away from Atlanta. Savannah is 2 hours away from Jacksonville. It's a very beautiful city. We have a very high it's a very high tourist attraction area, especially our downtown. What's up, Neon? Thank you for coming in. So we have it's a very, very southern here. A lot of the tourists that have ever traveled through Savannah, many of them have moved here. It's a very, very beautiful city. unfortunately, like most cities, every city has a ghetto. Every city has a hood. And of course, we've had a high population over the years of a lot of shootings, a lot of murders, we have a lot of gangs here. What's up, Rep? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you as usual. Um, so basically, Savannah is a mixture of black, white, Hispanics, and everything. But for the most part, it's a really, really nice city. The only bad part about Savannah is that too many people know each other here. Okay, what's up, Frito? Appreciate you for coming on in. Yeah, it's just like that. Anybody who lives in a small city where everybody went to the same middle school together, everybody went to the same high school together, everybody mama used to go with somebody daddy, everybody daddy used to go with somebody mama. I mean, y'all know how it is. If you from the South or you from a small little city, you know how it is. Everybody know everybody. So basically, Savannah's one of them cities you can't really do too much dirt because you will get exposed easily. And unfortunately, once certain people get a hold of your information, it could really tarnish you. And the bad part is, like I stated, this is not a big town. If it was Atlanta or Philadelphia, somewhere big like that, you can kind of get away with doing stuff and it goes under the radar and nobody really notices it. But here in Savannah, you cannot do that. I'm telling you, here in Savannah, too many people know people, okay? The reason why I'm doing this content is because right now Savannah has had a very has had something that is very disturbing has occurred, and unfortunately it was one of those situations where it went viral. Okay, and to make a long story short, I've been getting hit up from my peeps in the Savannah area, and everybody's been talking about these videos that have been going around from residents who actually live in Chatham County, which is Savannah, Georgia. So there has been these videos, basically that then got leaked virally. And when I say the information that was inboxed to me, best way I can say it is Savannah has a lot of bromance going on. Okay. We have a lot of down low. We have some low down brothers who are participating in down low activities. Okay. Now, keep in mind, like I stated, I had different people send me different videos. Now, the first video was this particular gentleman who's unfortunately kind of well known in Savannah because, like I said, we're a small city. A lot of people used to go to school with this dude. A lot of people work with this dude, and a lot of people know his girlfriend or the woman that he lives with or is in a relationship with. Well, there's a video that's went viral. And it's been going all around Savannah, him participating in sexual activities with another man. And when I say what I saw, he definitely there's no second guessing. His face is clear. He couldn't lie to save his life. It's just I can't even explain it. It's straight Pornhub material. Okay. And he cannot, he would not be able to lie. He would not be able to lie because his face is right in the camera. It's good camera quality, so whatever it was, it must have been an iPhone or something because the quality of the video was so clear. And the best thing I could tell you, he did he would put all our sisters, he would put all our sisters to shame. When I say he got the head game on lock, I'm telling you, sisters, he will make you want to go get some lessons because you could tell this brother knew exactly what he was doing, and this was not his first time. Okay. like I said, something is in the air. I don't know what's going on in the air, what's going on in the air, but one thing I can say, what was in the air was ass and balls. That's the most appropriate I could put it. Excuse my French. Hate to be graphic, but it is what it is. Okay. I hate to go there, but in order for me to discuss this content, I have to be real. I have to be graphic. But cause of course I'm not gonna, I can't post it because my channel will be flagged, and then the majority of my subscribers are males, and I know if I were to put that content on my channel and show it to you, half of the guys in this room would unsubscribe from me, and Rep would be the first one. So, out of respect for the guys, I'm not gonna place that video clip because it's just very disturbing. And I know women, women, the ladies, y'all wouldn't want to see it either. It was very, very disturbing. Um, it was a bit much. And it was bad enough when his video went viral. Now it seemed like like when you turn on, like when somebody got roaches in their kitchen, and like when the lights are off, how the roaches, be piled up on one corner, eating on a crumb or something that they found in the corner of the floor. And as soon as you flip that light on, you know how all the roaches get to scattering out. Well, that's what has happened. Once his video went viral, a couple of other guys download videos done went viral in the area. So unfortunately, I don't know if somebody's getting blackmailed or whatever the case is, but this guy, this dude that got exposed, he has a family. Yes, Frito, exactly. He has a family. A lot of the people that was on the timeline talking about it was stating that he got a girlfriend and he had a newborn baby. And of course, this is a small town, and this is the worst place where you can get exposed because, like I said, too many people know people. And the guy that he was participating in the act with, you can tell it is trans because the guy had on like a wig or whatever. So, but their organs was the same, their genitals was the same. There was no sex change. So basically it was like a sword fight. That's the most appropriate way I can put it. Okay, so anyway, basically a lot of the women, a lot of the ladies here where I reside, a lot of females are worried now because so many videos have came out since then of guys participating in in homosexual acts. Now keep in mind, I don't have anything against the LGBT community. I have nothing against gays. I have gay people in my family who I love dearly. I feel like whatever makes you happy, it is not for me to scold you about your sexual preference. It's not for me to preach to you about it, even though I don't agree with it, because I respect Christianity and I know that is something God does not agree with. But guess what? That is not my job for me to ridicule anybody about who they choose to be with. My thing is, whatever you do, that's between you and the Lord. You got to answer to him for that. Just like I got to answer to my sins, because sin is a sin. Okay. We only want to highlight certain sins. We want to call people out for their sin. And meanwhile, we want to downplay our sins. Okay. So no sin is stronger than the other. Sin is sin. So again, it's not my job to knock anybody who participates in that lifestyle. If anything, I can respect anyone who's open and acknowledges it and says, hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm a lesbian. I respect people like that because they're being real. They're not hiding who they are. They're not lying. They're not deceiving. They're not manipulating. They are being who they are. And I commend them for being so open, because the type of world we live in is not too many people You have to be strong-minded to be very open with your sexuality, because people are very judgmental. People are very harsh. A lot of people have lost their lives being who they are, like Matthew Shepard. I remember the young man was killed just for being open with his sexuality. And that happens a lot. We see it on the news. We see it. My thing is gay, straight, black or white. Long as you cool and I can hold a decent conversation with you and you're polite and you're respectable, that's all that matters to me. You could be straight, but if you're an ass or you got a bad attitude, I don't want no parts of you. Okay. So to me, at the end of the day, it's how you respect yourself and it's how you treat people. All right. So my thing is, like I said, I got nothing against those that are open. My problem is these undercover individuals who are basically wearing two different hats. You're being one thing around certain people, and behind closed doors, you are banging other brothers' backs out. Okay, now again, if that's what you're doing, you're open with it. I can respect that. Be proud of who you are. Never let anybody make you feel bad or shame for you being you. But my thing is, if you are pretending to be something you're not, and behind closed doors you're doing something else, and you get exposed, then you need to be shamed. You need to be called out, because it is not cool. And it's not, and that this doesn't apply to the guys. Same thing with you ladies. If you are married to a man or you are in a relationship with a man, and behind closed doors you got another woman munching on your hot pocket, and you're around here looking down on other women who participate in a lesbian lifestyle, and you want to talk bad on somebody, and excuse me, you want to look down on other people, or you putting up this image like you this straight woman and you're happily married, and behind closed doors you got somebody munching on your hot pocket that's the same sex. You deserve to be ridiculed as well as a download brother, because you got some download sisters out there. Okay, we're not just gonna ride one gender and not say something about the other. Okay, because there's women out there who do the same exact thing. Okay, we want to talk about download brothers all day. Yeah, there's some download brothers, but guess what? You got some low down sisters. Okay, so let's just put that out there. Let's not act all brand new like this is just something only men do, because some of y'all women just as dirty and conniving and as an old pair of sweaty gym socks. Y'all could be just as dirty as y'all want to be. Okay. However, moving on to the point, this guy, he basically got exposed. His videos all over social media. Of course, I'm sure he's aware. And I'm gonna just call him Mr. Downlow, since I don't want to expose the guy's name, because I'm like this. He's already gonna get ridiculed enough. So it's not for me to pour water on the brother while he drowning. You get what I'm saying? So he already got to pay, got to suffer the wrath. So there's no point in me adding more salt to his wounds. But the thing about it is, as I stated, this man has a family. And the fact that, the bad part is his girlfriend, his baby mother, she's going to get ridiculed based on his actions. And this is why I speak upon this, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be very careful with the decisions that you make, because the things that you do, it not only affects you, but it's going to affect everybody who's involved with you. Now, do you realize this guy, his girlfriend, the whole city is going to be looking at her some type of way? Exactly, Rep. And that's how I'm gonna bring that point up too. The whole city is going to look at her like she the one who was wrong. Everybody's going to look at this woman and look at her in a different light, like, wow, you ain't know your man was down low. Wow, you ain't know your man was out there like that. You know what I mean? So she's going to suffer the wrath. Not only that, his homeboys are going to suffer the wrath. Okay, guys, for instance, let me ask you guys in the chat room this. Let's say you got a homeboy. Y'all been kicking it from middle school. Y'all known each other forever. You know his mama. He know your mama. Y'all done had, beer at cookouts together. This is your dude. I mean, y'all go way back. All right. and somebody brings it to your attention and be like, yo, your homeboy, your boy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's my dude. Why you asking me about, why you asking me about Greg? I'm gonna just say Greg. Yeah, why you asking me about Greg? Yeah, that's my boy. We cool. What's going on? Man, I don't know, man. Something with your boy, man. I don't know if you seen this video, man. Your man, your boy, he's sucking off, other dudes, blah, blah, blah. You gonna be like, what? What's up, Angela? Thank you for coming in, boo. Appreciate you. I know you finally made it, right? I know I'm like the IRS. You never know when I'm gonna pop up on you. My schedule been so crazy, but trust and believe I got some downtime now, so I'm gonna try to get a little bit more organized and give everybody enough preparation where they can start catching my live. I just had a lot going on, so I got to do stuff on the spare of the moment. But for all the guys in the room, you find out your homeboy who you've been undressing in front of in the locker room, you know what I'm saying? Now that's making you feel some type of way because all this time you hang around this dude and you don't even know he been participating in download activities. How would that make you feel? Now that's gonna make people look at you different because people gonna be like, well, dang, you've been kicking it with Greg all this time. Now that's gonna make other people question your sexual preference just because you've been hanging around this dude who been pretending to be something he really wasn't until this video of him went viral participating in download activities. What's up, Nolan? Appreciate you for coming in. For everybody who's chiming in, who's just coming in, just to give you a brief rundown, just let y'all know I'm doing the content on guys, the men, straight men who are participating in download activities and are getting exposed. There was a situation that happened here in my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. There's a video of this guy that went viral. Savannah is a very small city here. Everybody knows everybody. We all graduated from the same school. We all go to the same church, just basically a small city. And basically this video went viral of this guy participating in a download activity. And to add insult to injury, he has a family. Okay. And when I said when the females here got a hold of that video, people been blowing up my inbox. Everybody's been sending me this video of this guy that's supposed to be in a relationship engaging in homosexual activities with another man. And my thing is, I don't have a problem if you are gay and that is what you do and you're open with it. But when you have a family and you're walking around here acting like you straight, and you're deceiving people, that's when I have an issue. And that is what has happened. This particular guy, this download dude, he basically got exposed. His video went viral here in my city, and basically the activity was him and the guy was 6ix9ine each other. I hate to put it that way, but that's what happened. And the guy that he was participating in the activity with had on a wig, so the guy is a trans, but none of them had a sexual chain. I mean, both of their organs were sausages. Okay, so the tranny didn't have a sex change, so this was basically homosexual activity. And again, I don't have a problem with homosexual activity. I have a problem with people being down low. There's a difference between being gay and down low. Gay people are proud and they are happy to be who they are, and I can respect gay people. I don't respect download activities. That I do not like. Whatever you are, you need to be real with who you are. Don't be sitting around here laying around, you put on this persona like you a church going man, you a family man, you such a heterosexual man, and behind closed doors you participate in other activities. And like I stated, it's not just the men who do it, you have some women who do it. Just like there's some down low brothers, you got some low down sisters, okay? Some of them married and all of that. And got a man, got husbands, and behind closed doors, they let another female munch on their hot pocket. Okay, so there's females who participate in these type of activities too, and a lot of people don't. And the thing is, y'all, A lot of people don't see nothing wrong with it because their thing is, in their mind, they have learned to psychologically lie to themselves and make themselves believe, well, as long as I'm dealing with somebody that's not the opposite sex, I'm not cheating. That is how some people think. Person who's a habitual liar, and most down low brothers to me and low down sisters to me, whenever you get somebody that participates in that type of activity, and uh and they could come around, they could, perform around other people like they're not doing that. Basically, I consider them habitual liars because it takes a lot of psychological lying to yourself in order for you to feel comfortable with laying around with the same sex, and then you come home to your wife or your husband and act like nothing ain't never, like you don't even do like that. That to me, you have to be one of the most grimiest, scummiest individuals to be able to pull off something like that. I mean, for you to be smashing another man, and you a married man, and going home to your wife, and you laying up with your wife after you've been fudge packing with this guy over here. That's not cool. That's unacceptable. And same thing with women. You up here, you got other women going down on you and using dildos and all that on you, but then you laying up with your husband. That's just straight grimy. That's just, I don't, the biggest part is not so much just the sexual part, the sexual act itself. It's the deceit. The deceit is the issue. That's the problem. It's the deceit. That's the whole thing about it. I don't have a lot of company in my dog childhood. Absolutely. Nolan, yeah, that's this is why we have such a high rate of HIV in Chatham County. We have it bad here. We have it bad. And definitely it can get you killed, Neon. It's been a lot of cases where you know, certain men who were straight and did not willingly participate in the act, knowing that that other person they were sexually engaged with was the same sex. I mean, was sex. So some men have gotten deceived, and that has caused them to kill other people. To kill, because that does something to a man's ego. If a man is straight and you looking just like a woman, because let's face it, some of these trannies look really beautiful. Some of these trannies put straight women to shame. Some of these trannies look really good. They get a lot of work done. It's hard to tell these days, unless you really, really do your homework. As reps, somebody stated that earlier. You have to really do your homework. So it's been cases in which men will find out that they were lied to, that this person was sucking off on them, and all this time they're thinking it's a woman, it's a man. That does something to a man's ego, and he will kill you for that. Women, will get upset, but I don't know too many cases of which a woman's been deceived and want to kill a woman. But you can't do that with a man, especially a man who's very strong in his morals and beliefs about not, getting sexually involved with another man. And after the act has already happened, damage is done. A man can't turn back from that. So he's going to hurt somebody, because he's going to feel like, in a man's mind, even though that tranny deceived him, he's going to feel like, now I'm gay. I'm gay because I done been with a man. He can't erase that thought out of his brain, even if he knew he didn't initially knew. That's gonna eat at his conscience, being a man. He's not going to be able to live that down. It's just not cool. We can't do that. Like, again, if you gay and you're open with it, I can appreciate that. I respect that. I respect gays and lesbians who are open and proud of who they are. They don't hide it. They'll tell you, hey, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I love women, I love men. Hats off to you. If you open with it, I can respect you 1,000. But these deceitful down low brothers and low down sisters, no, y'all don't get no respect for that. And you put yourself in a position where you get killed. That actually happened. I can't remember the young lady, the guy's name, well, I'm gonna say young lady because he considered himself to be a young lady. So out of respect for his preference, I'm gonna call him a lady. Where this particular young lady did, her name was I can't remember. They actually did a Lifetime movie on her. I can't remember for the life of me. But she was in a situation where she did that. She was transitioning and from a man into a woman, and she was transitioning and getting ready to make that change. But the problem was she still did not make that change with her genitals. What's up, Aquarian? Thank you for coming in. With you know, with her genitals or whatever. So anyway, she was in high school at the time, and what happened was she was really popular because she looked at just like a female. And what happened was a lot of the guys within her school was really liking her. She became really popular. And long story short, some of the girls went in our school started picking on that something wasn't quite right. But you know, guys being the guys in our school being out, they were thinking with their hormones, they wasn't really looking that deep into it. But the girls kind of knew something was up because when they were changing the locker room, she would never pull her pants down in front of everyone. So the girls in the school kind of knew. The guys was kind of dumbfounded. But anyway, this one guy kind of fell for her. And what happened was they got really close, and he had been sexually involved. They had sexually interacted. But the thing was, she was smart enough to know how to manipulate the man. She knew how to give him sexual pleasure. That way she never had to take down her pants or her panties or whatever. So this went on for months. And what ended up happening was it was brought to the guy's attention. The guy that was messing with her, rumors started swirling around that the female that he thought was a female was really a dude. So they all had planned this party or something, and they had invited her to come. And one of the girls was kind of hating on her, so they basically set it all up for them to have the party and stuff. And this at this particular time, she's thinking she's just being invited to this party. They're gonna have a good time, have some drinks. Well, it all was a setup. They wanted to get her there so they could get her alone and put her on the spot and ask her sexual, well, if she was really a man. Because keep in mind, the girls that was jealous of her had already put the guys on. So happened she came there looking cute and everything, and you know, these girls was already hating on her, so they was getting the thrill out of what was getting ready to go down. So the guy went to questioning her, saying, you know, me and you been kicking it for a couple of months, blah blah blah, and I notice every time you do something, you never want, you know, you never let me hit it. You won't, you know what I mean? It's just always been oral. What's going on? You know what I mean? I really like you. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I guess at that point, she was kind of, you know, she was stuck like, oh, damn, my spot about to get blowed, you know. So you could imagine the position she was in with all these dudes standing there like raging pit bulls, and these females who she know can't stand her getting a joy out of what's about to happen. So she kind of froze, and what happened, it agitated the guy who was questioning her that been messing with her all this time. So he got so upset he tried to yank her pants down in front of everybody because he wanted to see if she had, you know, a package. And he tried to give her the benefit of doubt and told her to go in the bathroom with one of the girls and let the girls see. And he did not want to do that. So anyway, I guess being pressured so much, I guess he felt like at this point I might as well, you know, let it be. I'm already cornered. I'm here, you know. So he went in the bathroom with the girl, and sure enough, the girl confirmed that he had him, you know, pee. And the guy, he lost it. Matter of fact, not only he lost it, the other three guys that were there, they lost it, because come to find out, she had been with them too. And the thing that the guys kept screaming like, oh my gosh, now once this get around, everybody knows I've been with her, they're going to say I'm gay. They're going to say I'm gay. You know, that's what made the guys furious, because even though they did not know she was a he, the thing is they knew once it got out, they was never going to hear the end of it, because y'all know how it is in high school. People get a hold of something, they run with it, they don't let it go. Y'all know how it is. We've been in high school before. Things come out, bad rumors and stuff. People just don't let that stuff go. And basically, to make a long story short, they ended up, and then they killed her. They beat her and they killed her. And her family, they suffered behind that, and her mother kept telling her not to go to that party. Her mom had a feeling something was bad was going to happen, but I guess she just was so in love with the attention she was getting. She went to the party anyway against her better judgment, and needless to say, that was the last day her family ever saw her. So we have to be careful being very deceitful. See, Nolan, and people that don't download gives their children a bad look, possibly because they're showing their kids a fake family. That's true, Nolan. Happy here in Texas, major college football player got kicked by training. He kept training. Yeah, I'm telling you, Frito, it happens. It's too many. It's too many people taking it for granted. If you are a man and you're going to be a woman, let these men know when you get involved with them. Give them a choice. Because hell, some of these men, especially after what happened in Savannah, some of them are okay with you having a penis. Some of them are, there's some men some straight men are okay with you having a sausage. You would be surprised. If you are a man and you decide to go tranny, some men will entertain it. I'm telling you. So you don't have to be deceitful about it, especially if you're good at what you do. You may be able to change his mind, especially if you're really good. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to put no ideas in nobody's mind. But Angela, yeah, the tranny nonsense, it is getting out of hand. And that is why I'm doing this content, is because this is what people have to understand. What you do in the dark will come out in the light. Be careful the way you present yourself in front of people, especially when you know you're doing something totally different behind closed doors. And the sad part about it is, I don't feel for him. I feel for his girlfriend. I feel for his family. I'm sure he got parents. I know he has children. I'm embarrassed for them. And this is what people have to understand. When you are in a committed relationship, even if you're dealing with somebody that's the opposite sex, okay? If you know you are already involved with somebody and you decide to take a chance and you sexually get involved outside of your relationship with other people, just keep in mind, when it comes out and you get exposed, you better be able to deal with the wrath of it. Because what people don't understand, a lot of people, especially these grown folks, we got this attitude where I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. What's up, Black in Japan? I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. I'm a grown ass man, I'm a grown ass woman, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Okay, you can do what you want to do, but just keep in mind, you don't get to choose the outcome. You don't get to choose the consequences. As a grown man, as a grown woman, you do have the right to choose to do what you want, but you will never get to choose the outcome. You don't know the damage that's going to come behind it. Situations like this, people get killed, people get STDs, AIDS, sexually transmitted diseases, and then sometimes you get a stalker. You get people who will not leave you alone. And this is the thing about it. This is why you have to be careful messing around with certain people. And committing adultery, or you're participating in unethical activity outside of your marriage, outside of your relationship, keep in mind that when you decide to make those type of decisions, that you don't get to choose how things are going to come back on you. Sometimes when the situations like that, first of all, it's a very greedy act. It's very greedy, and it's a selfish act when you decide to step outside your relationship or step outside your marriage and sneak a piece of pie here and there. Eventually, you keep dipping back too many times, you're going to get caught. Or what's going to happen is, you may get tired of that person because you done had so much of them. Like when you go to a buffet, you done stuffed yourself, you done have 3-4 plates, you full, you don't want nothing else to eat. So you know what? You leave the buffet. You don't want to, you don't have no purpose to stay there. You done got what you wanted, you full, you satisfied, you content. Guess what? It don't work that way when you're committing when you're participating in sexual activities outside of a relationship, because just because you are tired and you got what you wanted, that don't mean that person is going to be tired of you. You can't just use people for what you want to use them for. And now that you don't have a purpose for them, or now your wife or your husband at home is questioning you, wanting to know why you coming in 10 o'clock, why you ain't picking up your phone. Now you got to cave back in, you got to crawl back in your little mouse hole because you done ate too much cheese. You done bit off too much cheese. So now you got to crawl back in your mouse hole so your wife or your husband could stop being suspicious. But guess what? That person on the outside is going to feel some type of way because they're going to look at it like you're using them. Even though they already knew you had somebody, they're going to feel like, oh, so you done got all of what you wanted out of me, and you still get to go home and lay down next to your wife or lay down next to your husband. I go home to nobody. And this is what people have to understand. This is the psyche of a personality that you're dealing with. People are not going to let you lay them and play them and you just walk away and act like they never existed. It is not going to go down like that. For this video to go viral, 9 times out of 10, the dude who was participating with him, he's the one who leaked this. He leaked it. And it's not just guys that participate in download activities that could get exposed. Even you men that are in relationships, if you're married or if you're in a relationship with a female and you still dipping around here and there with other women, and initially in the beginning, some women are down by law. Some of them, they down with you having a woman. They cool with it. They don't mind if you married. They will still give you, they will still lay you as much as you want to be laid. Because you have some women, they do get a thrill out of dealing with somebody else's men. Some women, it turns them on, especially these low self-esteem, low common denominator women. It makes them feel validated when a married man or a man that is in a relationship is giving them attention. And especially when that man is giving them some, what, that makes her feel like she's she's got a one up, as they would say. So some women, they are down with that. But the problem is when she starts catching feelings and you don't wore her hot pocket out to the point you tired of her. You done had it every way you wanted it. She done let you Burger King have it your way for so long. You done had it from the back. You done had it from the front. You done had it on the dresser. You done had it behind the car. You done had it in the alley. You done had it at a hotel. You done had it. Now you tired of it and you don't want it no more. What makes you think she's going to sit up there and say, oh, okay, you don't want me no more? I'm fine with that. I'll move on with my life. Everybody does not handle rejection easily. Yes, Angela, sex has been perverted. Sex has been perverted, so people are operating a lower animalistic. Yes, rep. You said a mouthful. That is just what's happening. Sex has gotten to the point to where sex has caused people to basically function off of their animal instincts. People are not thinking with common sense anymore. What's up, freelance? Welcome to church. Even though you late to the church, so you don't need to sit to the front of the aisle. You go sit in the back. People who come to the church late, you don't come walking down my aisle. You better sit way to the back and sneak and sit down where I don't see you, because I'm in the middle of preaching my word, freelance, and you is late. Freelance is one of them people who come to the church late and got to sneak and bend down. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. You know the ones that come in late, got to walk through the aisle and squeeze through everybody. Excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, you late. You better put your tithes in that collection plate for coming here late tonight. I know that much. No problem, freelance. No problem. I'm glad to see you. Glad you made it in. People are doing everything and anything to prove they're freaky dicky. Yeah, and what has happened is what's going on with sex is now sex has gotten so out of hand to the point to where people are not just content with sex alone. People have taken it to a whole nother level to where now it's causing them to be sexually involved with, the same sex, knowing they're not really in that lifestyle. Sex has gotten so out of hand where people are having sex with people within their own families, people screwing, having sex with their sister husband or their brother wife. It just has really gotten out of hand because everybody is acting off of animal instincts when it comes to getting sexually involved with other people. People are not using their common sense. People are allowing their hormones to overrule their common sense. And that's what happened with this guy. Um, yeah, but exactly, it shouldn't be with the entire world. I agree. For everybody who's just coming in, because I have to repeat sometimes and refresh everybody. I'm doing the content talking about what's done in the dark will come to the light. People who are participating in down low sexual activities, pretending to be straight, and they get exposed. There's a young man in my town. A video of him went viral with him participating in homosexual act with another man, and the act would not have been the video would not have been a big deal if he was gay, but the problem was this guy was straight and had a family. So you could only imagine the torment that his girlfriend is going through. And the video went viral. It's all over Savannah of him, giving brain to another tranny, and since his video came out, 3, 4 videos done came out since then, and half of the and all of the everybody's been posting and inboxing me, and the videos are just terrible. I mean, it's like looking at Pornhub. It's just terrible. It is just terrible. It is really, really, really terrible. Yeah, and I really feel for his family because, like I said, his girlfriend, she got to deal with embarrassment. And this is what a lot of people are not understanding when it comes to committing adultery and participating in sexual activities outside of your marriage, outside your relationship. The thing about it is, your family has to deal with the embarrassment of it. And the bad part is, y'all know, once stuff go viral, that stuff can't be erased. It'll never be erased. And the bad thing is, even if the video did get erased, his dignity will never be erased. Because everywhere he goes, people are not going to let him live that down. And like I told y'all, we live in a very small city. You can't get away with that type of stuff here and not be ridiculed. This guy done went to school with half of all of my followers, people who follow me on my Facebook page, so um it's just sad. And the sad part is when your husband or your wife steps outside, and even though you were the one that was faithful and you was the one that did not participate, the sad part is the world is still going to look at you like you did something wrong. People are going to look at you bad, and that's the bad part. This woman going to have to answer for her man's actions, because people are going to look at her some type of way. It's embarrassing. And the truth of the matter is, to be honest, it doesn't matter if you are the best wife in this world. It doesn't matter if you are the best husband. You can be the best companion. You can be a great provider. You could be loyal. You could be faithful. At the end of the day, you still don't have no control over your significant other's actions. So it's unfortunate that, even when you love somebody, even when you have given your heart and soul and spirit to them, it's no guarantees that that person is going to do the same for you in return. Because the truth of the matter is, all of us in here, including myself, we all have fell short from temptation. Now, even though we did not get exposed in the manner this man got exposed in, when you allow your flesh to overrule your common sense, you can easily get caught up in the hype. You can easily, and the thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, you got to realize the devil will not tempt you with things that you like. The devil, I'll repeat that again, the devil will not tempt you with what you don't like. The devil will tempt you with what you like. So if you are the kind of person, you love sex, you love sleeping around, you just can't turn it down. I mean, the moment somebody offers it to you on a platter, you don't give it a second thought. If you are a kind of person, you are very sexually, highly sexually active, and you love sex, that is what the enemy is going to keep working on. That is the soft spot he's going to keep targeting. He's going to send people to you that look good. He's going to send people to you that are easy. He's going to send people to you that's going to offer to you. And guess what? That is nothing but him setting you up for the kill. Y'all have to realize the enemy is trying to recruit as many souls as possible because he knows he doesn't have much time left. Okay, we are in our last days, y'all, whether y'all want to believe that or not. So the enemy is trying to recruit. He's trying to enlist as many souls as possible. So it's very imperative, y'all, that y'all keep y'all spirit guarded, because guess what? As straight as you are, you probably never even looked at a man in that way. You probably never even looked at a woman in that way. But if you are at the right place at the wrong place at a vulnerable moment, stuff happens. Stuff happens. Don't go around here with the big head thinking you too good for stuff to happen to you. Oh, that'll never happen to me. Oh no, I'm too smart for that. Oh no, I don't even get down like that. I don't even roll like that. You sit up here and you boost your own ego and make yourself, pump yourself up into believing you so strong, you got so much willpower. Let me tell you something. People don't get up to say, oh, today I'm going to make a bad choice that's going to cause me to be exposed, going to make me lose my marriage, make me lose my job, make me lose my respect. Anybody who's ever gotten exposed, y'all, they didn't plan for that to happen. They did not plan for that to happen. So it's imperative that you keep your spirit in alignment with God, because it's so easy to fall prey. If you don't pray, you will become prey to these demonic forces that are out here. Because we got a lot of spiritual vampires, y'all. A lot of people, I know a lot of people don't want to believe it. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge it. We want to sweep it under the rug. We want to make it seem like, oh, that's their problem, because I don't even participate in that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. A lot of these people who have gotten exposed, you don't know if it was just a one-time thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes all it takes is one time to get exposed. You don't have to keep indulging in something for years and years and years and it hits the surface. You could just do something one time and you get exposed, and everybody looking at you like you've been doing it all your life. You know, especially when you indulge in other activities. If you drink a lot, you smoke, get high, you know, you put yourselves in vulnerable situations where anybody can take advantage of you and you can get caught up. It can happen. It can be just a simple night. You just want to go out with your friends because you and your wife had an argument, or you and your husband had an argument. You know, you just want to go out with your girlfriends, have a drink or two, just chill. You ain't looking to get in no BS. You ain't looking to get in no drama. You know, and you go out, have too many drinks, one too many, you know, drink too much, or somebody slip you a Mickey, you know, you just, things happen. You know, and next thing you notice, you wake up and find yourself butt naked in somebody's hotel room. You don't know how the hell you got there. You know, because again, it's imperative that you keep yourself spiritually guarded, because the devil is on the loose, and that's his job. His job is to kill, steal, and destroy, and a lot of that comes with exposure. He will expose your weaknesses. He will expose your weaknesses and like I said, if sex is one of your weaknesses, you know, you can easily get got, whether you straight, gay, or whatever. You know, some men, some guys have resorted to the down low lifestyle for many reasons, and it's not to condone it, and it's not saying that I find it acceptable, because I don't. But what has happened is, in my personal opinion, this is what I think. the majority of these guys are resorting to down low sex, down low lifestyle, is because that's their way of playing it safe. A lot of men feel like if they mess with other men, what's up, Classic Ruby? How you doing, hon? I sent you my email. Make sure you email me. I want us to get together and do a content or whatever. So just make sure you email me so we could set up a date, because I would like to do another content with you soon. So, whenever you get a chance, there's no rush. But back to as I was stating, I believe the reason why a lot of guys are resorting to down low lifestyle, because that's their way of playing it safe, even though they're doing something corrupt. And what I mean by that is a lot of guys that participate in down low, they feel like as long as they messing with a man, they can't get a woman pregnant and they ain't got to worry about child support. I could be wrong, but I think that's why a lot of them doing it. And then at the same time, they still get the benefit off of the sexual pleasure. So it's like three benefits to guys who participate in down low sex. They can't get a woman pregnant. They can't, they ain't got to worry about no child support. And then they still getting that sexual pleasure. So I believe that's why a lot of them are resorting to that lifestyle. Now, do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But I think some of them think that if they deal with a man instead of a woman, that's going to cut out 80% of their problems. Because now these side chicks, they're getting pregnant. That's how a lot of guys are getting exposed, like with Anthony Carmelo. That's how a lot of guys are getting exposed, because the side chick is getting pregnant. Or the side chick is she got pregnant. Not only she got pregnant, but she went and filed child support. Now the wife finding out because the child support papers done come to the house. So a lot of these brothers are participating in this down low activities because they feel like it's going to be less trouble. But what's starting to happen is these trannies are becoming just as messy as these side chicks. They telling on everybody now. They telling on y'all. It was a video that went viral recently on Facebook where this gay guy, he went to this female on her job, and she worked at Walmart, and he confronted her and gonna say, yeah, me and your man, we effing, I'm messing with your man. Me and your man, we was together the other night. I mean, just come up. These guys are just as messy as these side chicks. Some of these down low dudes, they just as messy. And my thing is, for that video to be exploited, 9 times out of 10, the dude who he was on the download with, he was the one who sent that video out. Because believe it or not, guys, these dudes on download, they catch feelings just like these women. They catch feelings. They get tired of, swapping sausages with you, and you get to go home and lay down next to your wife comfortably. These download guys, they getting in their feelings too now. Don't think because they a man, they so macho that they feelings can't get hurt and all of that. They starting to they getting pissed off like these side chicks. Oh, okay. You don't want to acknowledge me. You want to act like you don't know me. Okay, I know what I'ma do. I'ma expose you. I'ma make sure your wife find out. I'ma make sure your pastor find out. I'ma make sure your mailman find out. I'ma make sure your kids preschool teacher find out. I'ma put it all out. So y'all better be careful messing with these men, honey, because they ain't playing with y'all no more. One moment, everybody. Just 1 second. What's up? Why you got him out here making noise? Well, you need to put them outside in the shed and leave them in the cage. Cause now they get on my nerves. They too loud. Just put them outside, man. Put them in the shed, and you can just go back and keep them in the cage so no fleas won't get them. Yeah, y'all. I got some fuss, fussy puppies in here. My daughter got two puppies in her room, and they are killing her. So she set them outside. She set them outside her bedroom door, and they barking and driving me crazy. I'm like, you gonna have to do something with them because I can't take all that noise. Well, maybe it'll give her experience of what it's like having a real baby, so she'll know not to have a real one no time soon. Because I'm telling you, them puppies is driving her insane. But anyhow, yeah, they were yeah, and a lot of them, freelance. I believe a lot of them tried to downplay, and all it took was one or two to come at them and stroke their ego, and they just went in full force. Men on download are Men on the down low are bisexual men. It is not accepted, so they hide it. Absolutely, and yeah, that's really the whole point of the matter. They know they will be shunned if they're open about it, and this is the thing that pisses me off about download men, because you have the audacity to be so egotistical. You have the dirt and nerve to be so egotistical and macho and have all this pride, but behind closed doors, you playing with Roger Wood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I said download men to me and low down women. They're habitual liars, because for you to sit up here and have a family, have a wife, have kids, or have a girlfriend, a fiance, and you laying with this woman, especially when you wasn't honest with her. Now, if you was honest and you told her, hey, I like men and women, but if you still want to marry me, you still want to be with me, then okay, she got to deal with it. But when you go so far as to put up this front, you going to church with your family every Sunday, you're around your wife family, they looking at you like this wonderful son-in-law, and behind closed doors you playing with Roger Wood. I don't think that's cool. And as I stated, I don't like when women do it either. If you are a married woman, or you a woman that's in a relationship with a man, and you getting your hot pocket munched on behind closed doors, you are just as dirty as these download brothers. And I know a lot of times we don't like to call these women out, because when it comes to download, it's just a man thing. But you have some women out here that are just as conniving and just as slick and manipulative. And in their mind, well, I ain't getting no Roger Wood, so I ain't doing nothing. It's no penetration. You will be surprised how people lie to themselves. Well, it ain't no penetration. You got some women, they think it's okay mess with other women because in their mind, there's no real penetration. Even if there's a dildo or object, they feel like it's not a man, so I ain't really cheating. And then you got some men who do that's on that download and say, well, I ain't mess with another woman. I mean, so I'm not really cheating. People, hey, when somebody is cheating, they will find all kind of excuses to lie to themselves and make it seem like ain't nothing happened. It's not that bad. They're gonna find a, most cheaters would try to justify their reasons for cheating. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna always be, well, it didn't go in all the way. I only put the tip in. Well, we only did it standing up. I wasn't laying down, so we ain't cheating. Once again, ain't no straight man is looking to sleep with a man. Only gay dudes. Yep, rep. I agree with that. I agree. I agree. It had to be something already there, and it just, it took them to get in that actual situation to act on it. So I agree, Rep. It had to already be some hot sauce in there somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm sure that rings true. Um, yeah, freelance. You know how I do. Y'all should be used to me by now. Used to me and my crazy analogies. I don't even know where the hell that munching on a hot pocket come from. That shit just came in my brain and I just popped out with it. So y'all forgive me. Y'all know I say anything at any given moment. Uh, thereby I'm gonna do it straight up honest about his sexuality. Okay, yeah. I think when it comes to the download, uh, um, I just think psychologically with them, again, it's just they're basically liars. Download brothers on Download are liars because the problem with Download brothers, Angela, they won't even acknowledge that they are bad. At least the guy you're referring to, he was honest. But these Download brothers are not honest. Heart, y'all. They're not going to say I like men and women. They're not going to say that. They're going to sit around a wife and family and go to picnics and go to church conferences and go to conferences and will not give any indication that they are the least bit interested in men. But at nighttime, in the words of Houdini, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out. You know, Houdini. At night, they live in a totally different lifestyle. They messing with other dudes. Like I said, I don't care if you bi, gay, or whatever, as long as you acknowledge it. I got gay people in my family. I got gay brothers. I got gay uncles. I get along with them. I'm very close to them. I don't have nothing against that. People are allowed to love who they want to love. That's between them and God. They got to answer to them for that. Him for that. I'm not the one that's going to decide if they go to heaven or hell. That's not my business. My thing is, I don't like deceitful people. I don't like that. Don't be married to this woman and you really love men. Don't be married to this man and you really rather be with a woman. I know a woman, she was married to her husband for like 20 something years. Went to church and everything. Was a good mom, all of that. And she just couldn't fake the funk no more. She told her husband, I want to be with this woman. It broke her husband's heart. But she was honest with him. It's better than him finding out he coming home and catching her munching on somebody's hot pocket. It's better to hurt somebody up front and let them deal with the pain. The worst kind of pain is the surprise type of pain when you just walk up on something and find it. You get what I'm saying? When somebody being honest and telling you, hey, I love you, but this is what I'd rather do, it's gonna hurt like hell. But that's better than being caught in the drive-by and sucker punch, and you find out from some random text message, or you find out from somebody in the street. I'm telling you, that's painful. That's even more painful when you're caught off guard. But when somebody tell you up front, it's gonna hurt and stab you like a knife, but you'll learn, you'll swallow it. You'll find a way to live with it. But just don't surprise nobody. Don't catch somebody off guard and they finding out through a video that's going viral that woman is not going to be the same. And you already know it's already haters out there who already be hating on your relationship, be hating on your marriage, just waiting for something to go wrong, waiting for anything to go out of pocket so they could just run with it. And it's just sad because his wife, his girlfriend, she got to deal with it. And that's what people have to don't understand. Your actions affect other people. It's not just you. While you sneaking around with this man and you sneaking around with this woman, keep in mind one day when it come out, are you going to be able to look your significant other in their face? Can you stand it? Can you stand that humiliation? Can you stand your companion to be humiliated? You have to think about stuff like that. You can't just live for the moment. You got to look somewhere down the line. My thing is, and for some people it's sad because some people don't know if they sneaking. Some people don't figure they messing around. If you got, this is a simple question for people in here who don't know if they doing something wrong, if they not doing something wrong. This would be a simple question. Ask yourself, why am I hiding it? If you don't think there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, why are you hiding it? Why your wife, why your husband, why your fiance, why your baby mama, baby daddy, why they don't know? If there's nothing wrong with it, why you can't be open? If you got to hide it, something's already wrong. Common sense. Common sense. You don't have to hide it if it's right. If you got to hide it, you can't acknowledge it, you should already know something wrong. It's as simple as that. Um, yes, Neon. Unfortunately, that is the type of world we live in. A lot of people don't feel like they have anything to lose, and usually by the time they find out is when they lose everything, and then they see the value. And it's unfortunate. Either one, if you when you get yourself a situation such as this, and not even if you're caught on a down low, even if you're a straight man, you a straight woman, we can put the down low on the shelf for a second. And you out here, you're in a relationship, or you are married, and you're messing around with someone else. Um, you have to understand that you are going to it's either going to be one of two things. Either you're going to come close to losing, which means your wife, your husband, your dude, or your woman may find out and say, hey, look, I know what's going on. I know you up to no good because your behavior is changing, your pattern is changing. I'm starting to notice you coming in late, you leaving out early. I'm starting to notice all these changes in you. Get your ish together, or I am out. I'm only going to tell you once. Either you fly right, I'm done. Okay. Now, if you're lucky to get in that situation, that means you have time to straighten your stuff up and get your act together, let go of that mess, and make a change and do the right thing and stick with it. And don't get caught up ever again. Now, that's if you lucky. If that person willing to give you a chance, that's the only way. Now, or if you don't come close to losing, some people got to lose all the way out, which means, they're going to have to lose all the way out. Their marriage done, their wife divorce them, take the house, take the kids. And the crazy part is, the crazy part about cheating? Cheating feels so good when you still have something to come back home to. That's what makes cheating so deceitful, because you can do what you want to do and still come home to the person you love. But let me tell you when cheating ain't fun. When that person has caught you and decided to divorce you and let you go, now you got all the room to cheat because you don't have a wife and a husband anymore. It ain't fun no more. You don't want to do it. Y'all ever notice that? Maybe it's just me, but I notice, like, as long as you're not getting caught, it seems it's kind of like stealing cookies out the cookie jar. I know my grandmother, every time I went to her house in the weekends when I was young, she always had a cookie jar in her kitchen where she kept home baked cookies. My grandmother used to bake her cookies, chocolate chip, ain't been no Nestle Toll House. She made her cookies and baked them. And every weekend when I came over there, she would always, you know, made it made us understand that you only good cookies after dinner. That's the only time you have cookies, after dinner or after lunch. And something about it. I remember when my grandmother was not in the kitchen and she was washing clothes or doing something. Right, Frito, ain't it? Uh, and I remember when my grandmother was not in the kitchen and she was moving around, and I just had to have a cookie. Nothing like a homemade chocolate cookie. Oh, don't get me started now. Now I want a damn chocolate chip cookie. I shouldn't even brought it up. Damn. Anyway, uh, I remember when she was not around, I would stick my hand in that cookie jar. And when I tell y'all, something about them stolen cookies tasted so good. When I was still a cookie, it tasted better than the cookie that my grandmother used to give me after dinner. Something about that stolen cookie, it tastes so much better. And I remember I got more and more comfortable because I stole that cookie that one time. She didn't catch me. Went back in the jar again. Went back in the jar. Got more and more comfortable. And one day, bam! Grandma Nana comes in the kitchen, catches my hand literally in the cookie jar. Didn't I tell you you're not supposed to have no cookies till after dinner? What you doing in that cookie jar? Get your hand out of that jar right now. And I just remember like, oh damn, I was getting away with it for a long time. And when I least expected it, Nana forgot her pocketbook or something for church and came in and caught me digging in that damn cookie jar. She tore my hand up. My hand ain't been the same. I still get flashbacks just thinking about it. She tore my hand up with that switch. Lord, anybody who been there, whoever got your hand whooped by a switch, I promise you. But yeah, as I was stating, anytime something is wrong, we don't see nothing wrong with it until it comes back to haunt us when we least expect it. So what people have to understand, and I'm a, sum it up with this. What people have to understand is you have to look down the road. When you're in a situation and somebody presents an opportunity to you, first of all, you got to know when the enemy is in the mix. If you stay in your spiritual realm, you will know when the enemy is setting you up. The reason why a lot of people keep falling short is because they're standing outside of their spiritual realm. And when you step outside your spiritual realm, you lose your spiritual protection, which means you lose your wisdom and your knowledge. And in order to not be deceived by the enemy, you have to stay in your spiritual realm so you will always have your spiritual awareness. But what has happened is a lot of us have strayed away from wisdom and knowledge, and we have completely fallen prey to our hormones, to temptation, and into the evils of the world. A lot of us have become slaves to sin. We have allowed sin to overrule all of our common sense, all of our wisdom, and all of our knowledge. And we wonder why we have so many problems. We wonder why we get ourselves in situations we can't get rid of. And if you're not in the spirit, you will fall prey. It's been times you'll be in a situation and you'll ask yourself, how did it get this far? How did it get this out of hand? Because what the enemy does, the enemy will give you something so quick where you don't have time to think about it. He will just throw it on your lap. He's going to sneak it on you and throw it on you and walk away. And it's up to you if you're going to stand there and entertain it, or you be wise enough to say, you know what, Satan, I rebuke thee. I will not fall weak to this. And you walk away from the situation. My thing is, if you stand there and you entertain it long enough, you will find yourself caught up. Now, there's a guy who got caught in a situation. I don't know what led him, but all it does is it takes small things. It doesn't take you something major for you to get caught up. It's just little things. You entertaining somebody conversation for too long. You got to be careful sitting in the presence of certain people, because some people they're in your presence to analyze your weakness and analyze your soft spot. And if they hold a conversation with you long enough, or you entertain them long enough, sooner or later, they're going to pick up on your weaknesses. They're going to pick up on what you like and what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Freelance, I have people fight tooth and nail to defend. Let a straight man do well. Some people try to tear him down. Yeah, freelance, and it's like that. But you know what? I've gotten to the point to where you have to let people fight their own battles. Um, Unfortunately, we're going to be outnumbered on that. And the thing is, the reason why I don't fault them, I don't try to battle with nobody who's in our lifestyle, because the thing is, they're gonna have to answer to God on that. Like, we all got to answer, we all got to pay for our sins. They're gonna have to answer for their sins when it's time to get on our other side. And this side that we're in right now, this earth that we are existing on, when it's time to cross over and it's time to go to that other side, guess what? Everything we did here, we're gonna have to answer for it over there. You feel me? So it's nothing for nobody to get offended about, because it don't matter. We all gonna have to face judgment day. Ain't no need of arguing with nobody or debating with nobody about, well, I'm straight, I should be able to defend myself like y'all can defend yourself. It's all good. It don't matter, because where we are is only a breath away. This is not permanent. This is not the permanent space where we all are right now. We all are here temporarily, okay? So when it's time to go answer to our Lord and Savior, then guess what? Let them defend themselves with him, okay? Because that's the only that's gonna be the only person we all gonna have to answer to. That's gonna be the only person who feelings gonna count. How the world feels here, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Because when all of this is said and done, all of us ain't going to the same place. And we all going to have to answer for what we do here. You feel me? So I don't even try to really, you know what I mean? I don't really try to go too much up against that. I'm not in the midst of arguing with people about or debating with people about their sexual preference. I don't, it is what it is. They're going to have to answer to it one way or another. When they go meet our Lord and Savior, they got to explain that to him. So it's all good. Just to set the fact there's some people who go both ways. Black people have a problem with it. Yeah, it just is. We can't do nothing about it. I'm not one to really. I try to stray away from topics like that, because again, it's a religious thing, it's a political thing, it's a very sensitive subject, because you know the people really believe in what they choose, and it's not for us to decide and tell people where they are wrong. I mean, just simple things in our culture, the stuff we eat, the hamburgers, pizza stuff we eat, foreign countries think that stuff is disgusting, and they eat rats and rodents, and they think Americans who eat hamburgers and pizza, they think we're eating things that are abnormal. So I don't really try to go too strongly into cultures, homosexuality, heterosexuality. I try to stray away from stuff like that, because people channel get flagged. All it takes is one person to take something the wrong way and flag your channel. So I try not to offend anybody. And so do you do what makes you happy? Just don't be deceitful. Just don't be deceitful. That's what it boils down to. Vultures have the biggest post so much beeper. Yep, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that, Rip. It's totally a lot of that goes on within the ministry. So yeah, we have to be very mindful of that too. Yeah, freelance. A lot of that is going on as well. You know what I mean? So, that's all we can do is just embrace our own individualities and basically be comfortable with who we are and what we do. And that's all we can pretty much do at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We all have to live for our own selves. We got to live our own lives. You will go crazy trying to please the world, trying to please people, trying to make folks happy. You just got to enjoy you and do you and just live your life to the best of your ability. But anyway, everybody, it has definitely been awesome. I hope this content has been helpful for someone. I know it was pretty raw. Some of the content I shared tonight was pretty raw. I know it was a very uncomfortable subject. Not many people like to talk about these type of topics, but the problem is it does exist. Not talking about it is not going to make it go away. Again, I have nothing against people who choose their sexual preference. If you're gay or you're lesbian, I have absolutely nothing against that. My problem is those who are deceitful, who try to act like they're straight, and then behind closed doors, you are participating in sexual activities with individuals that you try to act like you are so dead set against. I think it's very malicious. I think it's very cruel when you do stuff like that. And keep in mind, for all of you Downlow brothers that are participating in these type of activities, and you're still coming home and sleeping with your wives, sleeping with your girlfriends, and if you're not using protection with these men. Keep in mind that you are bringing these diseases home to your wives, to your mates who don't deserve it because they're not the ones that are out there participating and getting involved in these activities. So it's not fair to them. If you're going to step out there, even though you dead wrong, you as wrong as two left shoes put together, least you could do is protect yourself. Least you could do is be honest and tell your mate, look here, I love you, I really want to be with you, but I still have strong urges when it comes to getting involved with men of the same sex. Put it out there. It's going to hurt. Yes, it's going to hurt. But would you rather hurt them by letting them know up front, or you let, or something happens like what this guy did, like what happened in this guy's case? A viral video goes around, and you come home, and your wife or your girlfriend confronts you and says, "Somebody inboxed me this video of you participating with this man and a sexual act." I mean, come on. You know what I mean? That's just so unnecessary and it's so uncalled for. We have to be wise people. Just be mindful that what you do in the dark, it will come to light. Even if you're not participating in homosexual activities. If you're married, you have a wife and you're messing around with another woman, or if you're a married woman and you're messing around with another man. Keep in mind each and every day as you continue to keep doing it, your chances of getting caught is increasing. It's not worth hurting your family. It's not worth hurting your kids. It's not worth losing your home, everything y'all done built together. If it's an urge you just can't fight, you better off just telling them, I love you, but I can't be loyal to you the way you want me to be. And then that person has a choice to decide to still be with you until you get through your urges, or either they'll leave you. But it's better to do it that way than to hurt your family. It's embarrassing. You got in-laws. Think about your wife family. Think about your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your stepchildren, losing your house, having to pay all that spousal support, child support, all this allotment. Let me tell you, affairs cost a lot of pain. And it not only costs a lot of pain, it costs a lot of money. So if you don't want to go broke behind foolishness, keep in mind, you need to uh make sure that you make better decisions and you make better choices that won't affect y'all in the long run. But anyway, it has been pleasant. I thank all of y'all for dining in and tuning in this evening. I have some downtime, so soon I'm going to be going back into my regular videos, to where, like I've always done from the beginning, where I could start actually showing myself and not hide behind the avatar. So I'm going to be going back into that soon now that I have some time on my hands. So just everyone, just make sure you, whatever choices you make today, make sure it's choices you can live with. So on that note, it has been awesome. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank all of my subscribers. And I don't see you guys, all you ladies as subscribers, I see you as family. So I want to thank my family, those of y'all who have been rocking with me from day one, those of you who are just jumping on board, and those of you who have just tuned in for the first time this evening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'm always, sharing wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. That is what I do. That is how I operate. So if you like tonight's content, continue to keep tuning in, dining in, and rocking out with me and the rest of Cafe de Paris family. So on that note, y'all have a wonderful evening. Take care. Be blessed. And remember, do not do something that you're not going to be able to stand up to if you get exposed. Okay. So on that note, it's been wonderful, y'all. It is your girl, Lady Mocha. I am signing off. Take care. Y'all have a good one. Bye.